that destiny brought us together. And despite my worship of science and logic, I believed her. I still do. There's simply no other explanation. Meeting her was sheer magic. And the beginning of my end. 2. Then. There's nothing glamorous about working the graveyard shift at a diner in West Hollywood. Every hour between midnight and 6 a.m. is a test of endurance, as every tourist and wannabe actor, model, director stumbles out of the nearby bars and clubs and straight into Al's diner. They come here because it's convenient and the food's cheap, but they also like the retro atmosphere, which makes them feel younger, hipper, and more relevant than they actually are. Most of all, they come for the novelty of being abused by the costumed servers. Yes, Al's Diner is one of those places. We're paid to be mean to our customers. It's not that hard, honestly. Most of them are assholes. Order up. I dodge a tray-wielding arm and pop up at the kitchen window. Raoul frowns at me, his face glistening with sweat, eyes raccooned by melted mascara, a look I think he cultivates on purpose. Girl, you look one wrong step from the grave. Fishnet-encased forearms thump onto the counter between us. Lowering his voice, he murmurs, "Insomnia shit bothering you again? You need something to help you relax?" I roll my eyes. Yeah, a vacation. Raoul smirks, lifting his hands in surrender. Him offering me drugs to help me sleep is an ongoing theme in our unlikely 2-year friendship. A plate breaks somewhere in the kitchen, and a line cook shouts angrily. With a final wink for me, Raoul spins toward the chaos, his voice ringing out in fluid Spanish. Macho he is not, but the man has a voice that demands obedience. His weekday work is doing voiceovers for telenovelas and porn. But oddly, what he loves most is the insanity of running the diner's kitchen. As I load up a tray with my table's order, Sammy sidles up next to me. Nosy in the worst way, she whispers, "What did Raoul say to you? Did he offer you weed? Alice says he sells weed, but when I asked him, he ignored me." That's because you can't keep your trap shut. I keep the thought to myself. Nope. Aren't you guys friends, though? I heft the tray to my shoulder and give her a flat look. Yes, we are. Any other questions, or can I deliver food to the bratty co-eds at table 12 now? Her cherry-red lower lip juts out. Fine, be rude. I grin tightly. That's what I'm paid for, I say, and I beeline for the table of sorority girls. As I move closer to the table, I see that Stacy 1.0, 2.0, and 3.0 have been joined by Brad 1.0, 2.0, and 3.0. The booth is now a swirling vortex of drunk, barely legal hormones. "Hey, weren't you my biology TA?" slurs Brad 2.0, squinting as he examines my face. I ignore him and begin slamming food onto their table. When the plates are down, I tuck the empty tray under my arm and point at the Brads. "If you assholes want to order, now's the time. I'm not coming back unless you promise me a fat tip." Stacy 3.0 waves me away with a haughty, "Bye, Dorothy. We'll share." "Suit yourselves," I snap, and tussle back to the window where another order is waiting. "Did that bimbo call you Dorothy?" I glance over at Karina, whose fingers are slamming buttons on our antique piece-of-shit cash register. "Yeah," I answer with a shrug. "Whatever. Dorothy was badass. Survived a tornado, killed a witch, wore great shoes." Karina's laugh interrupts me. Okay. Clearly you've heard that one before." She tilts her head, studying me like one of her unfinished paintings. "I can see it, actually. The freckles, the wholesome girl-next-door vibe. Personally, I see you more as a cross between Mary Poppins and Dita Von Teese." I make a face. Dita Von Teese? Really? Her waist is probably the circumference of my arm. "Bullshit," Karina retorts. "Anyway, it's more an attitude thing.